Very interesting download as I was coming up the stairs to get ready for y'all message, right? It's a blessing with your name on it. But that ain't the download that I got. Okay. So let me just pause Tasha Cobbs, honey. And let me tell you. So I'm coming upstairs, and all of a sudden, out the blue, I just start singing When the Saints Go Marching In. And for those of you that know that song, you know it goes, when the saints go marching in, I want to be in that number, or when the saints go marching in. So I'm like, the saints go marching in. What the hell did somebody do? Or why are the saints going to go march in? So I said, okay, well, let me go and check the playlist, right? So I hit the playlist, the shuffle, and the song that came on was No Weapon. Okay. So no weapon form shall prosper. Right after that, the song by Shirley Caesar, He's Working It Out for You. Spirit is working some things out for you. But what I noticed was the first song, No Weapon Form. So when I asked Spirit, why were the saints walking in? It was because someone had formed a weapon against you. And in order for that weapon not to succeed, not to prosper, the saints had to get involved. So I said, okay, well, who formed it? Who formed the weapon, right? Because now we know that the saints are walking in because a weapon was formed, and they couldn't allow that weapon to be formed against you. And the song that came on was Scorpio Energy, which was Monica. Why I Love You So Much. Right after that, Usher, Good Good. Okay. So that let me know right there. It's a Libra Scorpio cusper. Could be a Scorpio, could just be a Libra. Okay. But I do pick up on a Libra Scorpio cusper. I also pick up on other water signs as well, a Cancer sign and a Pisces sign. Now, what I thought was interesting is it goes, Why I Love You So Much, Good Good, Fire, Law of Attraction, Money, He Heals Me, Make Love, I Don't Want to Lose My Mind, Me and You, Have you Ever, Can't Be Friends, Solar Plexus, I Did It for Show. Okay. So with that energy, I feel as if with the fires that has been going on, okay, so California is definitely going to be significant. Somebody is good, good. And I also feel as if the Saints had to go marching in because of this could be some fire magic. Also, somebody is also a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sage. I also feel as if some shrubs may end up catching on fire, but I feel like this is going to be outside of California. Okay. Okay, I heard somebody blink twice. So I do feel as if someone could have some issues when it comes to their vision. Now, I stopped the playlist so that we could get into the message because I had some more questions. Okay. So after you got good, good, you got fire. Okay. Now, I do pick up on an individual who may smoke. There could be an increase in someone smoking, whether this is a vape, someone smokes cigarettes, cigars, or somebody could smoke weed. Okay, I do feel as if someone could be extremely stressed out. But I wanted to know what was the weapon that was actually formed. Because we know no weapon formed shall prosper, but what was that weapon that formed? So let's see. Keisha Cole, I remember. Now, I'm not sure what zodiac sign Keisha Cole is. Hold on. Let's find out. Let's just find out real quick. Somebody could also be doing some federal time. Okay, somebody could also work for a federal agency. So let's see. Keisha Cole. Zodiac. So she's a Libra. Okay. So you remember the subliminals. I do feel as if this individual could have some black hair. Somebody could also have a black scarf on their hair. Okay, somebody's at the house. The moment when they see you, can you stay in the rain? Okay, one minute an individual goes from they can't stop loving you to an individual they hate you. And I do feel as if somebody hates the fact that an individual, like their flaws are on display. Beautiful Scars by Kevin Gates. Okay. Let's get into your message. So let's find out. We're going to start it over again. Why did the saints go marching in? It was a blessing in somebody's lesson. God about to make a believer out of an individual. It's a blessing in someone's lesson. And what comes back on? Deborah Cox. We can't be friends. Okay. You could also be dealing with someone who has Virgo placements in their chart. Okay, I do pick up on someone who is in search of a new beginning. And I also feel as if this person who is in search of new beginnings, they find themselves in the same cycle. Okay. I feel like somebody is going to have to work on changing behavior. Blessings. Okay. So the saints go marching in. Blessings when it comes to abundance. Somebody's abundance has been placed on pause. So there's a blockage. Okay. Somebody was trying to stop your abundance, stop these blessings from coming into your life. And that's why Spirit is saying, y'all can't be friends. You may start to see the number 222. I feel as if for some of you guys, even if this is not a Libra or Scorpio individual, this is going to be someone who is a soulmate. Or at one point, you guys were close, because now Spirit is saying y'all can't even be friends. Okay, this could even be you at one point in time. Maybe you didn't consider y'all to be friends. You just felt like y'all were acquaintances, or you were cordial to this person. It's like Spirit is saying, look, you can't even be cordial to them. Keep it moving. Okay, somebody's name is Kim also. I do feel as if you start seeing 333 this week, that is going to signify communication with the Holy Trinity. Okay, I do feel as if Spirit is wanting you to pay attention to your notifications that may come across your phone, to messages that you may be receiving from Spirit. You also have someone who is trying to negotiate with Spirit, but yet they're living very worldly. Okay, focus on carnal pleasures. You have blessings when it comes to love, when it comes to marriage, that commitment. Okay. Here you are having to be brave, baby. Look at this. And as you're being brave, Spirit is watching over you. You found it. You're going to find something this week. Okay. So you are having to be brave. Now, this could also be your blessings and abundance could be connected to your relationships, or it's connected to your displays of love, your acts of kindness. I do feel like through those acts of kindness or displays of love, there comes like a commitment that you end up making to someone, like you are committed to be there. This doesn't have to be a marriage in a traditional sense, okay, as far as husband and wife. With some of y'all, baby, you do have blessings in love, which will lead to marriage. Mm-hmm. And another reason why you and this person can't be friends, Psalms 23. What did the Lord say? Psalms 23 is plain. God is going to prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemy, baby. Mm-hmm. It's a plot twist when it comes to somebody's destiny. And I also feel as if there could be like emergencies. Someone could start to see the number 911, or somebody could work for 911. I also feel as if whoever formed the weapon against you, this person, excuse me, has been around you long enough to know what it is that you need or what it is that you want. A false person. Okay. So the saints are marching in. Somebody lied about their blessings, lied about their abundance. Somebody lied about their damn gift, honey. I feel like this individual found a way to beat the system. I also feel as if 1111 is going to be a confirmation. I also feel like somebody could have abused the individual, their gift that they were given. Mm-hmm. An Aquarius may be significant. Okay, I do feel as if there could be some healing taking place in Aquarius season. Some of you guys may be mastering your gift during that time. And I also feel as if that's going to be a season of sudden wealth. But the person that wasn't being authentic, wasn't being honest, I feel like this individual, they have a gift, but they lied about how good they are at what it is that God has gifted them. I feel like this person could have been coveting someone else's gift. It's like somebody is needing to work on themselves, yet they don't pour into or even try to master other skills that they actually have. So this could be somebody who, like, okay, let's say for instance, they feel like, oh, they want to be a content creator, right? And they see the career as something that is very lucrative, but maybe God didn't call that individual to be a content creator. That person is only doing it because they see other people doing it and they're looking at the financial side of things. But God gave this person a gift to be able to connect with others in their community, right? I feel as if they ignore what God had given them, the ability to connect with individuals face to face in their community, to pour into something that God did not call or ordain them to do. Okay. And it's not just content creator, but that's just the example that we're going to go with. This is also an individual who lies about, this is someone who says like they have a lot of love to give. They have a lot of love for people and they are not genuine. Somebody's also lying about their finances. Okay. Look at this. This person only did it to receive honor, to receive attention, to gain the respect of others. This was about building when it comes to this person's reputation. But I don't feel as if they're getting that respect or honor from the people that are connected to them, especially like family members. This person could also be somebody is married. If you're dealing with an individual that's married, this person, they're deceptive. They're lying. Expectation. And if you are expecting marriage from someone, you could be expecting marriage or commitment from somebody who is not honorable. That person is wearing a mask. Didn't I say that? I said in the beginning that the weapon came from somebody that was like a soulmate or someone that, was a soulmate. A wealthy man and a child. I also feel as if somebody has a lot of hospital bills. I do feel like a masculine energy is going to have to put a child on his health insurance. This child could also have health issues. And somebody poisoned the community. Yeah. I'm also picking up on somebody poisoning the mind of children. Somebody is making a lot of money off of children. Mhm. Poverty. Somebody has also drained the community, consumers. Mhm. Hmm. I do pick up on an individual who looks down on other people who don't have the same luxuries that they have. But that person really ain't got it either because they're a false person. So they lying about being this wealthy man, yet they got the audacity to turn their nose up and look down on other people. Honey, they just as piss po as everybody else. Struggling just like everybody else and got the audacity to turn their nose up at somebody. Which is why there's the high honor card is in reverse. Hmm. I feel like somebody lacks dignity. Okay. It's a plot twist that's about to take place. And Spirit is wanting you to be brave when it comes to this wealthy man. There could also be a wealthy individual who they expect for you to like respect them because of what it is that they have to offer. But I feel like they really ain't got shit to offer. So this will be somebody who, you know what? I just got a vision of like somebody who could wear some expensive jewelry. They could drive a nice car. It's a very materialistic individual. And they consider that to be financial blessings of abundance, of, success and material possessions. But I feel like the way that this person has acquired those things is through the relationship that they are connected to in love or marriage. I feel like they were given as gifts. Somebody showers their partner with a lot of gifts, and they have certain expectations out of that partner, but that partner is not an honorable person. They don't even treat the people around them with love, with dignity, with respect. They're not committed to those individuals, the ones that they are expected to be committed to. So if this was someone who has children, this would be someone who on social media they take pictures with their kids during the holidays, or when they finally do see the child, they'll take pictures of the child and make it look as if they have a really great bond with their child, but in all actuality they ignore their child for other relationships. And the child, their family members, they don't have respect for that person. They may love that person, but they don't respect that person because it's like those relationships come with expectations. A child expects for the parent to be there. A spouse expects for their significant other to love them, to be committed to them. But to the community, this person is wealthy. And it's not just financial wealth, but it is the fact that they have that family dynamic that they don't value. It's like this person could be blessed to have a lot of family members that are still alive, longevity when it comes to their family lineage, but they wouldn't spend time going to go see those family members. This is not the type of person that would go and take their grandmother a plate because they're so consumed on themselves. So the reason that the saints are marching in is because somebody is a false person. They've been wearing a mask, they've been lying. They're trying to get another individual's respect. They worry more about their reputation But this is not somebody who is honorable. This is not somebody who has integrity. And when you end up committing to this person in some form or fashion, if this was a job, you in the beginning, like they tell you, like everything it's perfect. It's like you fall in love. You like, yes, this is the perfect job. Everything is working out. But then they come to you with some backhanded shit that they never even told you about in the job description or that comes along with the job. But now here you are, you have committed yourself. You've signed all the paperwork to start the job. They could tell you that, oh, you're going to make this amount of money and then we're going to bump your pay up. And when they actually get you to sign the forms, they don't bump your pay up. The saints is walking in. If this is you going into a relationship, getting to know somebody, and you told them your expectations, you like, look, I ain't dating to just date, baby. I'm dating for marriage, for love, that soulmate. That's what you're looking for. That's what you expect. That person, they played the role. They came into your life and they was like, oh, I'm about to be a blessing. Honey, and they ass turned around to be a damn lesson. Because you guys don't have the same values. So, child, y'all about to find out a lot of truths. Also about a celebrity or superstar. This person is dealing with an emergency. They was dealing with an emergency yesterday. Your playlist said, don't change. Usher, the next song. That'll do it to them. Somebody is pissed off. Every praise. Someone is upset that you are the real thing. Because in the song, it says, when the saints go marching in, I want to be in that number. What you say? Spirit, I want front row seats. Okay. For some of you guys, you are fighting in the spiritual realm with the saints, with your ancestors. You said, hold up, y'all ain't going in this thing without me. You said, when the saints go walking in, I want to be in that number. Because that person was wearing a mask. You have no respect to give to someone who was disrespectful. Someone that you could have showed love to. Yeah. You the real thing. And whoever this person is, they still believe that it's all love between y'all. That's what your playlist say. The next song, it goes, look at this. Emergency. Check this out. Emergency by Tank. Yesterday, Mary, Mary. Somebody said they ain't gonna cry about it no more. They ain't gonna worry about it no more. Don't change. Music. So I feel like this person has the inability to change in some form or fashion. Next song, Usher. Libra energy. Song is titled Do It To Me. Lady in Red. Every Praise. Real Thing by Pink. I Still Believe. Someone's Mentality by Tank. Key Anthony, I Thought. Sound of Love, 528 Hertz. What's Going On, Dallas? And I Changed Lanes, Kevin Gates. And we could keep going on and on. It was a blessing in somebody's lesson. An individual knew better. They knew that y'all couldn't be friends. Somebody wasn't expecting the plot twist. But the reason why the plot twist happened, the reason why the saints are marching in is because it was destined for somebody to tell the truth. Somebody also was being fake so that they can receive some blessings, so that they can be connected to an individual that is blessed. Somebody was trying to fake it till they make it. Going to false person, blessings, resurrection. See, when you look at the resurrection, something is dead first. And when something dies and it is then resurrected, resurrecting the blessings. So some chapter in an individual's life ended. And all of a sudden, this person, they started having material blessings, right? They started receiving these material blessings, but those material blessings that they received, let me say this. The financial side, on the financial side of things, it may have looked like this person was blessed because of their material possessions. But just because somebody is financially stable or they have a lot of something doesn't always mean that the blessing came from God. It has a lot to do with this person's integrity. And I feel like when a chapter in this person's life came to an end, they found a quick way to make some money. And that money took them to new levels, new places. And to others, it appeared that this person was, blessed by God. But that person knows that God didn't give them that blessing because of who they are. They're a false person. They didn't earn their keep. They didn't do things the right way to get to where it is that they got. Some of y'all could be looking at a situation or a person and you like, how they get there as fast as me? And I've been working on myself and, things are moving in my life, not really comparing your life to somebody else's, but you trying to say, Lord, make it make sense. It was the work, honey, I heard the work of the enemy's hands. This person loves to keyboard cap. They love to talk stuff online. High honor in reverse. Spell backfire. It's an individual who they utilize charm. They pretend to love you. They pretend to love other people, but they have bad luck. Things don't go as planned. Their words end up biting them in the ass. Look at this. Fallen angel. Expectation. And bottom of the deck, art of war. Somebody is also fighting with an individual of masculine energy. This is pertaining to money. Spirit said, be brave when dealing with this person. One of y'all may also have to fight somebody in court. And I also feel as if somebody could come around pretending to be a blessing in your life. But this person, they wearing this mask, honey. Whatever they try to do, though, it's not going to work. Ace of Pentacles. You also got somebody who's playing games when it comes to fertility, new ideas, Knight of Wands energy, Queen of Wands energy. Somebody is also hoping an individual walks right into a trap. Seven of Pentacles in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles, a, a bad investment, a bad harvest also. Mhm. Somebody is also trying to get pregnant. I heard again. This could also be somebody trying to dig up dirt on an individual. Again, it's like somebody is trying to re-victimize an individual. Page of Wands, a message. You could be sending a message to a wealthy man, or this wealthy man is sending a message to you. Spirit is wanting you to be strategic. I do feel as if there could be some calculated conversations also. I do feel as if somebody came into an individual's life portraying to be that loving partner, but yet they were this Knight of Wands energy. Somebody's just interested in sex. And that's not going to work. Look at this Tower card in reverse. So now somebody is having to rebuild. You're having to repair. And look, Page of Cups. You're getting an apology. Some of y'all also may notice how overly sensitive individuals are around you this week. Mm-hmm. And whoever this Knight of Wands is, this person is afraid of like an emotional attachment, connecting with someone emotionally. Queen of Wands, fallen angel. Somebody is also in a same-sex marriage. There's a Queen of Wands who is embodying the Queen of Swords energy. And there could also be a Queen of Wands who said that a Queen of Swords was a fallen angel. Whoever this fire sign woman is, they're very narrow-minded. This could be somebody who nitpicks about everything. And look at this. You got the Six of Swords. This wealthy man likes cars, or they drive nice cars. Mm-hmm. And I see some of y'all, honey, you ain't dealing with it. With this person. This individual could also work on cars. Mm-hmm. The 17th is going to be significant. I also see some of you guys cutting off a fire sign woman. Mm-hmm. And if you are a Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, you got some fire sign chick on your ass. This person, it's like they want your attention. This is someone who they were expelled from God's grace. So this is somebody who think that they better than God. Somebody is also procrastinating when it comes to trying to fix a situation that they messed up. They know that they need to apologize or set the record straight. Somebody don't want you to get recognition or attention also. Confirmation. Instagram is also going to be significant. I do pick up on an Aries or a Scorpio. This person portrays to be all about love, but they lack dignity. They're not honorable. This is also somebody who rushes into hopping in somebody's bed. I do pick up on an individual. It's something about like, this is a side note. Something about somebody's wheelchair. I don't know if somebody's wheelchair get flipped over or if it gets stolen. At one point in time, somebody was in a wheelchair. That is a confirmation, and this person is not in the wheelchair anymore. So I don't know if this person started walking again. They ain't in a wheel. They was in a wheelchair. They're not in a wheelchair anymore. Somebody could have also been on bed rest or laying in the bed. They was trying to find a way to rebuild their empire. This is somebody who also got kids. Confirmation. It's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Fallen angel. Somebody also likes to wear a choker, or somebody, okay, spirit is saying they can choke her. Okay. August 28th is going to be significant. Hmm. I do pick up on an individual having to learn how to be content when it comes to their foundation and their stability. Somebody wasn't content with life, they wanted more. I'm also picking up on an individual who lives either near a farm or like some fields, or somebody could drive past a field, but the crops are bad is what I heard. Okay, I heard big mistake. Somebody is realizing that they made a big mistake. And the only way to repair things is for an individual to apologize because their spells backfired. Somebody fell from grace. And I also feel as if when it comes to a marriage, somebody is realizing their partners failed them. They didn't live up to their expectation. At one point in time, this person could have been an angel. Somebody is coming to the realization, honey, that they're dealing with a demon within someone else. Straight up. Straight up. Hmm. One of y'all could have married a demon. This individual, they would be very beautiful. It's like I heard Lucifer. Just think of Lucifer. Like Lucifer, you couldn't tell him shit. He wanted to be the head person in charge. He wanted to be in control. So I feel like somebody's partner or this person would be the same way. They would want that power. They would want to be in control. They want to do things their way. And how I see this playing out in the physical, it's not like you're going to see, oh, the person as the demon walking around, but what you may end up seeing in their behavior is at one point in time, you thinking like, damn, I remember in the beginning of our relationship, how nice, they were, how loving and sweet they were. Now they talk to me like they got an attitude. They act like they don't want to be around. They huffing and puffing. They don't want to just do things that they once did in the beginning of the relationship. Things that you expect from that person, loyalty, fidelity. And if this is an individual, y'all in a relationship, your person cheated before and they apologized. They would have bought you a gift too. They apologized and bought you a gift. But from that moment on, your respect for that individual failed. It failed. Okay. Your respect for that individual, it changed. But y'all still try to repair and work on the relationship. You taking it one day at a time, especially a Scorpio or Aries. Hmm. And the reason why that person fell from grace is because they're always seeking attention outside of themselves. They're seeking attention from other people. Hmm. Somebody's name could be like Rhea or Raya or something. Hmm. Okay. So let's find out on the playlist what's the outcome, child. Because the Saints gonna go marching in. So what's the outcome, boo? Get along better. Mhm. That's by Ebony Riley. You next have Let Them Know. That's by Bryson Tiller. Then you have Surprise by Chloe. Nobody Knows. Mhm. So, an individual, the outcome is somebody is about to realize that y'all get along better. And check this out in Bryson Tiller's song, he says, okay, hold on, let me look at these lyrics because I believe in this song he says like everything the individual said was gonna manifest it. Okay. Some of y'all also are on a waiting list. You about to go up to the top of the waiting list, honey. Confirmation. Okay, so here we go. It says, okay. Here comes the ending. You said that shit would happen, girl. It was your prediction. So you predicted some things. And this individual is realizing that they'll never find anybody else like you. They should have listened. Child. But if you go back to the Get Along Better song, trying times supposed to be mine's. Baby, I need some help just like anyone else. So the trying times were supposed to be yours, but those trying times have fallen on someone else. And now that person is realizing that y'all get along better. So the Saints had to go marching in. I also feel like somebody should have left some shit alone, left something dead instead of resurrecting it. Somebody also utilized some grave dirt and resurrected um, a spirit that may have died during labor. It's like that graveyard dirt came from the grave of a spirit who died at a either during pregnancy or childbirth, or they have kids. They was trying to utilize that spirit for financial blessings, but they reaped a bad harvest. Ooh, child. Honey, they done fucked up. The spell backfired. They thought it was going to be all love, but they don't get no respect from whatever spirit they was trying to connect with. And now they going to have to rebuild everything. Somebody also needs to apologize to, I feel like this is a group of people. Somebody literally tore down everything. Like, what it makes me feel like is spirit is saying like this person lost everything all behind one person. But I also feel as if this was a practitioner who did some spiritual work, this is somebody who is negligent. And it's like they have lost, they've been kicked off of that pedestal, that spiritual rank that they have, because that individual, they did some spiritual work that had an impact on a lot of people that they actually love. Whatever work they were trying to do, it backfired. You know, as a practitioner, you take a spiritual oath. You have to abide by certain spiritual laws. And even when you do spiritual work, there are some things that, ethically speaking, at some point, a spiritualist should draw the line because of how many people it can impact. Yes, this person was thinking about impacting or targeting one individual, but it backfired to something that they love. And look at this, literally a confirmation. If y'all start to see things being rebuilt, having to be rebuilt from the ground up, that is a confirmation. That person is going to have to start by apologizing to all of those individuals. Look at this. Grass, harvest, burnt the hell up. It's dead. Somebody is exhausted, and that exhaustion is preventing them from being able to accomplish things. It's preventing them from being able to rebuild. Like somebody is carrying a heavy load, but it's also because of their actions of their hands. All because of money. All money ain't good money, baby. Especially if you are a practitioner. All money ain't good money. Because somebody, their reputation, spiritually speaking, okay, with spirits, um, whoever they are in communication with, whatever spirits or saints they was working with, they should backfire. This person was called to spread love, light, positivity, bring into, with the marriage card, they were called to bring people together. That was the expectation. But this person is a fallen angel, and it could actually be two people. It could be a fire sign woman and a queen of swords, a air sign woman. Hmm. All right, boo. Okay, so these are the two spirits said they get along better, but somebody wasn't looking to. And if this is like two practitioners, one practitioner don't like another practitioner. One practitioner is very judgmental of another practitioner. They're expecting that practitioner to be a fallen angel, to fall into a trap. And the only way to repair the situation, somebody is going to have to apologize. But with this Queen of Wands energy, first next to this Page of Cups, the apology and the high honor in reverse, this person feels as if they're not going to be respected or their reputation will be ruined if they apologize for what it is that they did. But shit, the spell already backfired. So now this has a lot to do with an individual on a moral level. Somebody is outraged also is what I heard. Okay. Somebody was also expecting for, if you're an air sign woman, somebody was expecting for you to get a lot of attention, people to look at you as a falling angel. That was the expectation. Okay. All right, boo. That's the divine guidance for the week, darling. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night, baby cakes. Bye.